Spice Girls tickets went on sale last night.
I saw, I predicted that, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I told Mel B that it would be without Victoria Beckham.
I was there that day and I remember you telling me that after.
Yeah.
And she was a little skeptical, wasn't she? She was like, no, we'll see. Hopefully, she said, or something.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm Sofia Vergara. I am Gloria for Modern Family, so I think that's where Tyler must know I'm from. I brought my niece Claudia. She's very open, loves also these kind of things. We've been fans for like 2 years?
Like 2 years, yeah. We've really been waiting for this moment for a while, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, she wanted to be part because, we have a lot of family members in common.
All right, Charles.
Bye. Have fun.
Hello! Adelante!
Oh, it's so great to meet you.
Hi, Tyler, how are you?
I can't believe you answered the
Finally,
yes.
More than nervous, I'm very excited to meet him. Where are you coming from now?
Malibu, actually.
I read his book, and I think it would be, fun to do this. Sit down.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Well, Sophia, it's an honor to meet you.
No, thank you for having me. I've been waiting to meet you.
Oh my gosh. I'm totally starstruck, so I'm gonna have to work through it, but I'm very excited for this. So I assume you've seen the show before?
Yes.
Okay, so the way this kind of works is throughout the duration of our reading, I'll basically scribble. Okay. And that's just my way of meditating, kind of getting in the zone, kind of like a daydream. Okay. And my goal is really to make sure that when you leave this experience, you've gotten something from it. There's something value, a value that's came through.
I already got what I wanted, that I was meeting you.
Oh, thank you, so sweet. So I have more than one person coming through. Yeah, there's 2 R's. I feel like I have to highlight both, and there's this acknowledgement of coming through together, coming through together. There's the 2 R's, both would have passed. How many R names can you think of in the family?
2.
Okay, because they are referencing to 2 R's. It keeps coming up. 2 R's, 2 R's, 2 R's, 2 R's, 2 R's. One is a female that passed away, and she comes through very motherly, but not your biological mom. I feel like she would have been someone who passed away kind of more at an age-appropriate age, so not super young. But she's coming through, and she's actually bringing forward this younger male that passed away, and she's actually connecting with him on the other side as well. And this younger male, he basically, I can tell, died very tragically, or it feels like very sudden. And in his case, I can tell that this passing would have been very traumatic, tragic. It doesn't feel like family had a lot of resolve around this as this happens. Whereas with her passing, the female I'm talking about,
I think it's my dad
it just doesn't
with
strike
my,
me in the same
it's
way.
her on.
So it's just kind of this distinction that's being made between these two. Do you know of any women in the family who would have dealt with any issues involving leg swelling or fluid retention? It would have to be an identifiable feature in a person. And the way this comes across, there's this feeling of the way I want to describe it is I want to plop up my leg with this, and then I'm seeing my feet being rubbed, and it's just a lot of visuals that are basically referencing to fluid retention. Do you know what I'm talking about with this?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't get this out of my head. It keeps coming through. We think of this person, we think of the leg swelling or something. Mm-hmm. She's very much acknowledging being able to see your success. The feeling is that she saw this in you in some way before it ever even happened.
Well, her name was Rosalila. She was my mom's sister. She just passed away 5 months ago. She died from a knee replacement. The operation didn't work out, and she retained a lot of fluid, like you said, and it was a complication from the operation. So she passed away. She was a very close aunt because she was my mom's sister. I wasn't looking to make a connection with her, but it would be very like my aunt to be presenting herself and be very pushy and trying to be part of the whole thing. She was always very involved and always following me on what I was doing in my career. I think she's gonna be happy that her picture and that she looks so pretty is on TV.
Oh, absolutely.
She was a person that didn't have a filter, so she would always say or do something that was completely inappropriate. It was always kind of funny to be around her. That was very, amazing. Unless they're on our close family, nobody could have known the cause of her death.
this really quick. Basically, the deal is there's an individual who passed away in some form of either like a shooting or like their life was taken from them. That younger man that I was connecting with, how did he actually pass away?
In a shooting.
In a shooting. Okay, so that makes sense.
And he has to be my dad for sure.
Check and see if there's a nickname. This is weird in the way this is coming across. I thought I was hearing Ralphie, but I wasn't hearing Ralphie. It was like Raffy or something.
Maybe Rafa.
I don't know. I'm like butchering it in the way this is coming across.
My brother Rafael, and this was his watch. He passed away when he was 26 years old. He was 2 years older than me. So right now he would be 48. And he passed away, and of course it, changed everybody's life in our family.
Yeah.
My brother was killed in Barranquilla, Colombia in the 90s. It was a very dramatic thing. He was shot, and unfortunately, none of us was able to say goodbye to him. He died instantly.
He is kind of having me talk about this kind of interesting thing after he passed away. This is kind of confusing. He's referencing to his passing, and then he's having me talk about like transition happening after he passed. This is kind of confusing, but it feels like there's a passing and then people either move or residentially change, or like there's some form of a move in the way this comes through. There's such a big emphasis on the move and making a move and wanting people to get out of somewhere. He wanted this move to happen, like a big move, and it honestly feels like it's not we're just moving down the street.
No.
There's like a big move.
It did
emphasis.
happen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, and this happened after he passed?
Yeah, right after.
Right after, because the feeling with this is like a collective, like an exhale, like, oh, thank God, they're out. They're out. For him, that feels like one of the best things that could have been done, because that huge move, and not just for one person, this feels like a whole group of people. There's an appreciation there behind this. From a family perspective, it's like, as long as they're away from here, there's a sense of peace.
We are 4 siblings, and my brother, him and I were closest to age, so we grew up very close to each other. After he was killed, we kind of like all came together, and I decided, since I was already living in the United States, to bring the rest of my family to where I was living in Florida. And Claudia, my niece, moved with her mom to Bogota, the capital.
What's interesting is that, when sometimes people will pass and I'll connect with them and they actually won't actively still be involved in their family's lives. In this case, he is still massively involved in his family's lives. And this is referencing to what would be his daughter, I'm thinking.
He had one daughter, Claudia Daniela.
How old was she when he passed?
3.
That was the baby. He was referencing him looking out for a baby, like a little one. The way this is coming in, they're referencing to geographical distance, and they're having me talk about a move. This is just important and
She
good
just
to know,
moved.
because they're bringing this up. There's a very distinct reference of opportunity to go between 2 places. This is good to keep in mind as well. They're acknowledging around her taking the next step, that she's going to have the opportunity to do something. That would be something like a program, something official, something that one would do to learn more about something. I see this happening for her. I just don't think it's been done yet.
She's watching.
Oh, fabulous. Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask my niece to come? She's the owner of the watch.
Yes, please do.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
This was so fun.
Oh,
How are you?
Oh my gosh, you look so similar.
She's mini-me.
Oh my God, this was so exciting to watch.
See.
It's a lot to listen to.
It
It's
is.
very intense.
The move thing was perfect because she's been telling me all the time. She's like, you can do the best of both coasts. You can do Miami and LA back and forth. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Because it takes work, to do both.
absolutely. Do you ever feel your dad around in your life?
all the time.
Oh,
All the time.
good.
All the time, always.
Absolutely. It was amazing how strong he came through. And I just want you to know, the best thing you can do to honor your dad is to do everything that you want to do, to live your passion, to live your truth, to go out there and do all these things. He's going to live through that, and he's going to be with you when you do these things. And You're never gonna be alone.
I've never felt alone, ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Exactly.
Because she's always had a lot of people around.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All the moms.
Yes, that helps.
All the moms.
Definitely.
It was special for Clary, I think, to be here because she loved Tyler.
Right. Well, so good to know. Glad you came.
I'm so happy I came.
And because she always wanted to hear something about her father so that she could feel a little bit closer with him since she doesn't remember him. Thank you, Tyler. Gracias.
De nada.
You see, Stan?
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I think Tyler has a special talent that something is really, happening in him.
All right, 1, 2, 3, cheese. All her. She's a lot prettier than I am. Let's hear it.
He actually told me things that nobody in the world could have known.
All right, thank you, Bob.
Bye. Thank you. Ciao, Tyler. Everything is kind of positive. What he says and what he does. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm going away with a very nice feeling and very grateful that I was able to meet Tyler.
She's South American. She's beautiful. She's an actress. Starts with an S. I already read even Longoria.
Sophia, it's Sofia Vergara. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Where you voted? Haven't you always wanted to read her?
I've always wanted to read her.
Yes.
On a day's work.
We're standing by. All right, sending father. Here he comes.
Hi.
You
do?
Oh my God.
The bigger store's unbroken. You have to come through this.
I love it. I'll crawl through like a puppy door.
Let me see if I can get this to work.
Hi,
how are you?
So lovely to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Oh my God.
You recognize me? I didn't think you would.
I do.
I was like on TV when you were like 10. So I guess I have been in your world for a
Oh
while.
my God.
My name is Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Tyler might have seen me on Modern Family.
Are we doing it in here?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. we can
There's
do
a
it
lot
right.
of Manelli Pello in there. That's bad energy. We're doing here.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cute.
It's a library.
Yeah.
But it's for having a cocktail if you want it.
Reminds me of like a speakeasy.
I do believe that people have this gift. I've never sat face to face with someone who's a medium. But honestly, I was super resistant to doing this until I saw some of my friends who had done it, Jim Parsons being one of them. So I sort of dove in and watched a few episodes and kind of saw what the show was. And I gotta say, I'm really excited to see what happens today.
I'm excited today. I have a lot coming through already. And
Really?
usually what people are meant to know is usually what comes out.
Great.
Actually, so.
I have a little bit of knowledge on people in my world who have passed away, and I would like to maybe dig a little deeper and connect with them about some of the things I've discovered.
I have my notepad here and my pen, and I basically just scribbled, and we'll see what comes
Great.
through. So let's see what happens. Whew, okay. Were you hoping to potentially connect to paternal side today?
I mean, that was where I was leaning toward.
Gotcha. Okay. So I have this woman coming through, and she's identifying herself as a mother figure on dad's side, and she's coming through and acknowledging, kind of being like a mother figure to multiple people. And usually when they identify that, that's usually the way of acknowledging that they lived long enough to kind of have a maternal relationship with grandkids. And so for some reason, they're having me talk about the 3 kids. They're having me talk about 2 boys, 1 girl. They're kind of separating this in my mind, and they're circling one of the boys.
Okay.
And it keeps coming through, and they're like, that's the one I need to talk about. So do you have any siblings?
Yes.
Okay, what's the lineup there?
I'm the oldest, my sister's the middle child, and my brother's the youngest.
Nice, so then that would fit. She's bringing forward a very strong emphasis on like a J connection. I'm saying big J. So what was your grandmother's name?
Jessie, she was named after me.
Nice, fabulous, okay.
Or I was named after her, probably.
Right,
Now that I'm
one of the
thinking
two.
about it.
But gotcha, so she would be the J then.
Yes.
There's this feeling of like very special bond, very special connection. The feeling that I have to acknowledge this is you're special, and she keeps putting an emphasis on that, and that's you.
Okay. My relationship with my grandmother was very strong. She only had 1 son, so the 3 grandkids she had were the 3 grandkids she had, and I was the first. Everyone wants to be heard that they're favorite, but when Tyler tells you that you're the favorite, then you know it's true.
And on that level, I feel like there's questions, and I'm gonna ask you what these questions are, because there's some questions oriented towards her that need to get answered, and that's why she's here today.
I definitely delved into research on my family and unearthed a lot of information that I found troubling, and I had so many questions I wanted to ask her about if she knew of some of the stuff that had happened in the past, and also her blessing to delve, because I was curious.
Gotcha. It kind of feels like when I'm focusing on her, she's having me kind of talk about, I don't know how to word this, but she's kind of being selective is the way I would describe it in what
that's what she does.
But this is coming in, and this is interesting. Okay, wow. This is so bizarre. They're showing me like moving around a lot. They're having me talk about not being monogamous, not being faithful to the person's partner. This is a man they're having me talk about. Am I correct in saying that this person had a spouse?
Yes.
But were they not faithful to their spouse?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like when I'm connecting with this guy, I have to talk about, he either was involved in the movement of illegal things. This keeps coming through, I have to be honest, as it's coming in. He, in some form, would have been involved in something sketchy business-wise. I know that's kind of a big thing, but it kind of looks like I need to move here, I need to go there, I need to go here, and it's almost like I'm dropping something off or transporting something. They're having me talk about a situation involving a judge and a situation where someone would have known a judge, like someone attempted to basically use a connection they had in some way to sway something.
I feel like we're talking about, can I say who I think you're talking about? My great-grandfather, who I'm also named after. He has a history of moving around. He was charged with embezzlement. He was charged with a murder that he was acquitted from. I know that my grandmother always spoke very highly of my great-grandfather, which is why the information was so surprising.
Makes sense.
There was not necessarily follow-up questions, but just questions about how do you feel about this? Like, why didn't you tell us? And not feeling the burden of having to keep a secret.
So weird, because when I'm connecting with the female in this equation, there's a feeling of like, is he turning a blind eye? Like I'm not seeing what's going on. And that actually indicates intentionally not wanting to sometimes.
Sounds like my family.
So I feel like it's kind of like, it's pleading ignorance, but it's also saying I kind of also is intentionally not wanting to look at it. I'm sure that would be not something you'd want to delve into. And you know, shame is such a powerful emotion. It's one of those things that's so complicated, and especially with families. Though our parents' actions don't define who we are, so many people feel defined by who their parents are. And that shame is such a powerful thing, and I think it just shuts people down. And I don't get any bad feelings by talking about it, by delving into it. I don't feel like she's upset that you now know these things. But the feeling with it is she wants it to be known her intentions were good with this.
And I feel like my grandmother did know about some of these things, and there is that element of shame. But there is a point of like, where does the shame stop? And I do wish he was around for me to say, it's okay, his actions do not reflect on you, and we can all move on from there. So it is really powerful to sort of make those connections. There's also like a question I've always had, because I was very close with my grandmother, but my sexuality was never talked about. It was like something that my parents sort of thought that they didn't need to know about. And it's obviously something that I'm so prideful for, and I have a great marriage now and want to have a big family, and I've always been curious like what they would have said had they known.
Makes sense. It's interesting. I mean, I don't get anything directly about it, but I can say from doing so many readings that when people come through, they're a lot more open-minded. Their perspective is broadened. What I can say with that is she, in some sense, is very much proud that these things have been brought up, because there's something to be explored and discussed. And I'm sure that equates also to the sexuality side of things.
I do feel like shame is hereditary, and I do think that did sort of reflect in me, having a life that my grandmother knows nothing about. I guess I just wanted to make that introduction to be like, Grandma, this is my husband. I'm so glad you guys got to finally meet. So I was very grateful for that information. done amazing.
Oh, so sweet. We've covered some ground, definitely. I
Yeah.
think grandma really is like the main force.
Yeah.
And that's really important. I hope some of these messages kind of benefit also
Sure.
the family, because I think it's just important we live our truth, that we not live in shame, and that, you know, everybody has a family history. Then I think if anything, we use that as a learning tool about the
Sure.
importance of being honest and being transparent about
Right.
who we are. And you've done that, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for everything. It's so wonderful to meet you.
I wanted some sort of closure or blessing from Grandma Jessie to dig. I don't know what these paintings are. I always joke that I paint our guests on the ceiling, so I'll paint you up next. Yeah. I'm gonna wade into these waters carefully, but I'm anxious to like share some information that was gifted to me by Tyler. It was very, very exciting. It was, it's moving to have someone who's a complete stranger know so much about your life. I just feel very, very fortunate that I was able to borrow him for a few hours and talk to him. I mean, it's truly an honor.